For thousands of years, the only way to get a thought out of your head was to speak it or write it down. This is a low-bandwidth connection. You have complex ideas, but you have to compress them into slow, clumsy words. But what if you could bypass the mouth and hands entirely? What if you could interface directly with a computer? This is no longer science fiction. It is currently being tested on humans. The goal isn't just to scroll through phones with your mind. The goal is to ensure humans don't become obsolete in the age of artificial intelligence. Brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, have existed for decades, but they were bulky, dangerous, and required wires sticking out of the skull. Neuralink's innovation is the N1 implant. It is roughly the size of a coin. It replaces a small chunk of your skull and sits flush with the bone, invisible from the outside. The key technology here is the threads. These are flexible electrodes, thinner than a human hair. A surgical robot, not a human surgeon, inserts over 1,000 of these threads directly into the motor cortex of the brain. They detect the electrical spikes of neurons firing. The chip aggregates this data and transmits it wirelessly via Bluetooth. We first saw the potential when a macaque monkey played the game Pong, using only its mind. But animal trials are one thing, human trials are another. The first human patient proved the concept works. By simply thinking about moving a cursor, the patient could play chess and control a computer interface. The learning curve was almost instant. The brain is plastic. It recognizes the chip as a new extension of the body, just like a hand or a foot. However, the trials also revealed physics problems. In the weeks following the surgery, some of the threads retracted from the brain tissue, reducing the signal. The brain pulses and moves. It is not a stationary solid. Engineering around the squishiness of biology is the biggest hurdle. Right now, the technology is read-only. We are listening to the brain. The ultimate goal, however, is read-write. This means sending signals back into the brain. In the short term, this could miracle cure blindness by bypassing the eyes and stimulating the visual cortex directly. It could allow paraplegics to feel the ground beneath robotic legs. But right access opens a darker door. If a device can input sensory data, it can theoretically input memories, emotions, or pain. If your brain is connected to the internet, who creates the firewall? We are at the Model T stage of brain implants. It is slow, experimental, and risky. But the trajectory is clear. To keep up with AI's processing speed, we are attempting to merge with it. The question isn't whether the technology will work. The question is, once we plug our minds into the machine, will we ever want to unplug?